regard to me leaving UD Songo, nothing was discussed with me. Even after the cup final, nothing was said. I mean, after the cup final, I did fly out of Mozambique back to South Africa, but there was no comments from the president or the sports director. The first I knew about it was when I read it on the UD Songo Facebook last week, which I find highly unprofessional and very disrespectful. When reading that post, my reaction was to post a statement, which I did in respect of that. And then only the following day did I get an email from the sports director, Antonio, to say to me, thank you very much, but no thanks, and all the best for the future. But no discussions, no sitting down and discussing what happened over the last 12 months and where we could go forward. Nothing whatsoever. So it seems to me that they had it in their minds for a long time now that it was going to change. Also, with the salary situation during the season, my agent actually sent an email to the president requesting to find out why the salaries were late or continuously being paid late, and why the bonuses were not being paid. And he got no response from the president. I also had a face-to-face with the president, and it's oh no, we're working on it. Yeah, we'll get to do it. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do that. But nothing ever changed. I mean, they paid the salaries when they felt like they would pay the salaries, and the bonus, as I said, never got paid really until in December. And then again, it's unprofessional and it's insulting too. I mean, we're working, and it is truly insulting. At the same time as well, toward the end of the season, two of the directors went over to Portugal for 14-15 days on a fact-finding mission to see how things are done in Portugal with the clubs there. But they can afford to send two guys out to Portugal and stay in hotels and etc., but they couldn't pay the salaries or the bonuses. Again, not good. And a club like UD Songo, who has ambitions to win trophies and play at the top, in CAF, they've got to work better than that. They've got to do things better than that. If their expectations are that high, make sure that you run the show properly. Are UD Songo lacking a sporting project? Well, at this moment in time, yes, they are. Make no mistake, they are. I mean, all we had at Songo was the first main team, and then we had a B team. The B team consisted of overage players as well, even one or two foreign players. I mean, that's not right, that's not good. I mean, the feeder team should be sort of 17, 18, 19-year-olds. By the time they get to 19, 20, they should be pushing into the first team, not harbouring players who are 23, 24 in your B team. I mean, if they're 23, 24 in your B team, they're never going to be good enough to play. They should be pushed away. The facility in Songo is potentially massive. I mean, they have the space, they have the potential infrastructure to build, and what they should be doing is getting an academy together. From under 6 right the way through to under 18, and then under 21, and then obviously your senior team. There was a lot of talk about it, of course, yeah. I mean, but nothing was done. Nothing's been done. There was no progression in the 12 months I've been there. I haven't seen anything. As I said, they talked a lot, but nothing started. I mean, the sporting director, Antonio Trigo. I mean, he's there to oversee the whole UD Songo, not just the football club. But it seemed to me priority was just the senior team. I mean, you'd sit and watch our training, every minute of the training, every day. You'd travel here, travel there with the team. I mean, I don't know what the other disciplines in the club were getting done to them, but it was just like he wanted to control the actual first team, and that was it. But for me, if you want a successful team, or club, should I say, and if you want something which is self-sustainable, you have to have an academy. And let's make no mistake, UD Songo has the ability to have an academy. And why it's not already been done, or why it's not started to be put into place, I do not know, I do not understand. Because probably Black Bulls and UD Songo are probably the two clubs in the country who can have a real infrastructure. And it looks like Black Bulls have gone down that road, and they're doing a good job of it. And UD Songo could be in the same position, but they need a vision. And I'm not sure they have a vision. It's just talk, lip service. The situation with salaries as we speak right now, as far as I understand this, is that the technical team, myself and the technical team, have received all our salaries for the year and all our match bonuses up to date. With regards to the players, I'm not 100% sure. I do think that there's still outstanding December salary, but I'm not 100% sure if that's changed. But that's how I understand it at the moment. But the problem is, it's not just now. We were paid late on many occasions during the season, and unfortunately, we only received maybe half a dozen bonuses during the season, and we were owed predominantly sort of 80% of the bonus by the end of the season. And the late payments, of salary is a problem. Because it impacts on the players and the technical team, on their mentality and performance, and it's not easy. The situation with the going into the end of the season was the last two league games, we were probably a month and a half behind in salary, and that we're pushing Bulls to the limit. We tried to win the championship. We go into the cup semi-final and final, same situation. No communication from the club, or should I say promises that never happened. And this does impact mentally, on players and the technical. But the club still expect us to go and win the league and the cup. We tried to do our part on the field, but they didn't do it properly off the field. In the end, everybody goes to work with a salary, and you expect to be paid on time and promptly. Even your bonuses, that's in your contract, you work for that. And these things should be paid on time and promptly. And there's no excuses for it. So in my mind, there was some kind of mismanagement of funds, around the club, because again, I'll repeat, salary and bonuses is paramount, and it should be addressed. And it was an ongoing problem throughout the season. When you look at our performance throughout the season, we've lost one game in 22 in the league, and we've lost the cup final in extra time. I mean, it's not a bad season. Yes, I know we want to win trophies, but it's not a bad season. And again, people outside don't understand, what happens internally in these clubs. And we did have a few internal problems, and it impacted. For sure, it did impact. The 12 months there last season was a bit of a roller coaster ride, really. We had lots of ups and lots of downs, some good, some bad, but it didn't start well. I mean, when I arrived there, Antonio, the sporting director, said to me that I wasn't his choice of coach. I mean, he didn't have any influence on bringing me in. And he actually said to me, and his words were, if I'd known Zeka Marks was available or interested, I would have liked to have brought him in. I mean, it's not the sort of thing you say to your new coach, is it? So don't be surprised if you see this season that the coach of UD Songo is Zeka Marks. But anyway, that's how it started. And, when we kicked off, we had one or two indifferent results, but predominantly good. And we'd have meetings every week. The sporting director wanted to have a meeting every week. We talk about the past game and what we're doing next, but the meetings always started negatively. It was always about good result but bad performance. Well, hello, where'd you come with? You've won the game, but it was a bad performance. And this went on and on and on for the first sort of half a dozen games till the negativity was feeding into it's a technical team feeding into the players, and I don't work like that. I'm a positive guy. When I'm on the training field, on the match field, I try to be positive with the players and the technical team all the time. So I had to stop that. I mean, I had to put an end to those meetings because they were derogatory. It seemed like the sporting director wanted to control me, wanted to control the technical team, wanted to control the players, wanted to dictate how things were done. I mean, that's not his job. My job was the coach. Let me deal with that. You get on with your job in the UD Songo club. So that was a big problem for me, and it was a problem all over the season. But on the field, I thought we made good progression. As the season went on, we got stronger. We were playing better. Our football was good. Our results were coming good. And you look at the second half of the season, we were on fire. We were winning games good. I mean, we lost one game in 22, which was an away game in Nampula. I mean, we had a major problem when we travelled there. The plane had technical issues. We couldn't land in Nampula. We were diverted to another airport. We spent 13 hours sitting in the airport waiting for the repairs, what never happened. Then we had to take a bus journey of another 3 hours back to Nampula to play the game. And we lost that game 3-0. And the players were impacted. Second half, they looked so tired. And that's the only game we lost all season. So, you know, when you put it in perspective, on the playing side, I thought we had a very good season. The progression we made from the previous season, you know, was dramatic. And I thought we were set in a good position to sit down now and say, right, where do we go for next year? What players do we need to improve the team? What can we do off the field, on the field to improve, to make things better, to make us, competitive with Black Bulls? But that never happened, as I said. So in a summary, on the field I thought it was good. Off the field there was a lot of infighting, a lot of bitching behind the scenes, finger pointing, which for me doesn't bode well for a successful season, I'm afraid. So yeah, it was ups and downs. Nevertheless, I enjoyed it. When I'm on the training field and when I'm on the match field, it was great. Outside of that, it was also hard work.